Hey guys, so I just created a new video breaking down exactly how we're able to take agency owners, coaches, consultants from 10K to 50K, even 100K a month and beyond with our pay-per-close partnership offer where we guarantee 10 plus new clients every single month. So if you want to watch it, stick around. You can check out the whole video. And if you are even interested in speaking with me or my team and we can build you out that roadmap to 10 to 20 clients a month, there'll be a link in the description. Have a wonderful day. Hey, if you're watching this video, you've shown some interest into our pay-per-close offer. So I'm going to run you through exactly what that looks like on this short video. Okay, so first off, who am I? Well, my name is James. I'm the founder of AutomateClients.io. I'm going to walk through our whole process and why you should partner with us. And I've worked with over 300 different agency owners, coaches, and consultants in the last 4 years that have been stuck between 10 and 100K a month in revenue. For those 300 businesses, we've generated over 30,000 qualified appointments and collected over $10 million in cash. We've also scaled our own offer to $80,000 USD using the exact system and framework that we installed for our clients. Now, we are offering a pay-per-close partnership to emerging agency owners and coaches so they can hire me and my team to come in and help them set up and manage their sales and marketing on a done-for-you level. We did this for Evan from Booming Brands Media, and about 6 months ago when he joined us, he was stuck between 5 and 10K a month. And fast forward to today, he's generating $75,000 every single month for his agency. Or take Sudipta, who's a fitness coach. She went from being burned by other agencies that are trying to help her to adding $50,000 in cash collected in her very first month. Now, she did the same thing the next month as well, so it was recurring revenue. Before I show you any more of these types of results, let me explain exactly who this is for and exactly what our process is so you can then make an educated decision whether this pay-per-close partnership would be for you. Now, this partnership is strictly for marketing agency owners, coaches, and consultants who are generating more than $10,000 a month in revenue. You have proven case studies, and you actually sell a service that people want, so backed by social proof. You sell a high-ticket service that is worth more than $2,500, and you're focused on scaling and growing your business in the fastest way possible. If this is not you, please leave this video right now because the chances are you're going to waste the next, X amount of minutes watching this video. Okay, so I want to show you exact breakdown on how this partnership will actually help you close at least 10 new clients for your business in a 30-day window, just like Evan, just like Sudipta. So our system is called an automated scaling funnel, and we focus on 4 main pillars. Okay, so I'm going to run you through what those pillars are, but it allows every one of our partners to have the ability to automate and close 10 plus clients or more every single month. So the first step in this equation is the offer. The biggest bottleneck I see agency owners and coaches struggling with is relying on referrals because they don't actually have a message that it creates curiosity in the market. That is why you have to leverage a cold-friendly offer if you want to close complete strangers in a 48-hour window. What I mean by that is most people rely on word of mouth, past clients, better known as referrals, and the reason why they can't convert strangers into high-paying clients is because what they're putting out online, what they're putting out into the marketplace, people don't want. There's no sense of urgency around the offer that they have built. And when you do have an offer which is cold friendly, you're able to turn someone from a complete stranger to a high paying client in less than 48 hours. Very consistent. Most agency owners and coaches have an okay offer, but in order to scale to that point of closing 10 new clients every month, whilst also remaining wildly profitable, you cannot ignore this step. That's why me personally and my team, in the first 24 hours we onboard a partner, we actually focus on this aspect. We go in, we look at the data that we already have across 300 accounts, over 100 different industries, because ultimately we're going to know what people want to see, what people want to buy. So we're going to use our experience and data to mesh together a new offer. We also have a framework to focus on your audience's pain, the current situation they're in and their desired situation, sprinkled with a bit of market research. So what are your competitors doing? What are other people in the market responding to? And how can we build you a new offer that people are actually going to want to buy? That's very, very important. But actually what we also focus on when we sit down together, because I personally sit down with every single one of the partners that we onboard, and it's the first thing that we do is we sit down and build that offer, but we also help you sell the offer. Right? Because anyone can have a brand new offer and slap it on an email, slap it on a paid ad, and then just sit back and let the leads come in. But the magic really happens in the rest of the process, the rest of the sales process. So we make sure that you're actually able to use this offer to sell, not just to market. Like Henry from Scalable, who added $23,000 in monthly recurring revenue in less than 45 days. After we tweaked his offer, we looked at his messaging and positioning in the market and built in something that was going to be very profitable and very much scalable for him, no pun intended, right? So once you have your offer dialed in, we then move on to step 2, which is automating your system. And look, it's no secret that in order to scale past 50K, 100K a month and beyond, you cannot be the person booking the appointments and spending your time posting content, sending DMs, cold emails, etc. You need a new way of pushing thousands of eyeballs into your ecosystem and turning them into qualified appointments. We do this by focusing on paid acquisition as our traffic source, instead of outdated tactics like manual organic, going into DMs, spamming people, sending cold emails, cold calling, whatever it is the gurus are teaching these days. Because if we have them go through a VSL, we can actually get them to want to buy the offer through nurturing that traffic. Okay, so on average, and any good funnel that we build turns 30% of that paid traffic into qualified appointments onto your calendar. So having them go through that VSL nurtures them, so you're able to close at a higher rate as well. So similar to referrals, you want to be able to go onto a sales call, know this person's going to be qualified, and close 30%, 40% of them every time. Meaning for every 10 qualified calls that get booked onto your calendar, you're able to confidently sign or onboard 3 new high-paying clients. Dr. Luke is a perfect example of this. In the very first month of working with us, he collected $60,000 in cash, and it was all from automating his qualification of leads to appointments and scaling that with him. So in the very first month, he was able to close 5 paid and full clients. So now you've done step 1, which is the offer, and step 2, which is obviously automating the system. We want to look at the reason why you're doing this at all, right? Which is obviously the business freedom aspect. The reason you started business in the first place, to make money, to have more time, but ultimately have more freedom to live the life that you want. And the only way to achieve this reality is through the power of leverage. So what we do is we focus on 2 key forms of leverage. Number 1 is capital. You can either trade your time to generate revenue or trade capital to scale. And the fastest and easiest way to do this is to pick capital, right? I promise you, I've made the mistake of not investing, not inputting capital to scale. And it took me months and months and months of just pure heartache and burning myself to the ground for next to nothing. That's why we focus on paid acquisition to generate traffic into your sales funnel, as it is scalable with a click of a finger. You can go from 1 appointment a day to literally 10 appointments a day without any extra manual work. It's just a click of a button. It is so stupidly simple. And for example, in the last 11 months, we have done this ourselves. I've spent over £80,000, which is close to $100,000, and generated over £600,000 by doing so. So you can see the return on investment there is about a 7x ROI. And just to show you proof of this, I'll pull up my ad account now. You can see on this dashboard here, I spent £82,000 since the 1st of August 2023. So we have generated in that time about £600,000 in cash collected revenue. Okay, so that's not contracted revenue, that's cash in the bank. So I hope you understand the real importance of investing capital versus your time to generate a result. Okay, so everyone has 24 hours in the day. We don't want to be wasting that, because time is way more valuable than money ever will be. Now, the second thing that we focus on is labor. Okay, every human on this planet, like I just said, has 24 hours in a day. That means if you spend your waking hours on sales calls, you're not going to have the time or the energy to focus on managing your business, being a true CEO. That is why once you have your paid acquisition driving new profits to your business, we help our partners on a done-for-you level hire sales teams that can come in, remove you from that sales process, and take all of your sales calls while remaining at a very high close rate. Okay, so now you have an expert closer taking all the sales calls. You can spend your hours delegating tasks, building new systems, but most importantly, focusing on existing client results. This alone will triple your business, like it did for James Furman, who collected $30,000 in a single week at a 30x return on investment after we installed those pillars into his business. So you can see his screenshot inside our community here. Now, step 4, which is probably the most important part of this whole process, is the support. Now, my question to you is very, very simple. Do you agree that knowledge is power? If you answer yes, then you'd also agree that the more power you have, the more money you will make. So in order for you to implement a new offer, automate a new system, and actually drive and achieve true freedom within your business, you don't want to be wasting your time and ultimately burning yourself to the ground. That is why you need a partner. You need someone that has done it before, who has walked the steps that you want to walk and has the scars to prove it. Ironically, like myself, I also was in your position and I was able to get through hell to get to a point of freedom in my business. Now, more about that later, but first I want to talk about how we actually operate. What we do is we build a vehicle for you and sit next to you in the passenger seat to ensure you actually scale your business by automating your whole client acquisition process, while me and my team fix any bottlenecks you may experience along the way. You should view us more as a hybrid growth partner. We build and optimize the thing, the marketing and sales machine, while you focus on overseeing the business operations. So we're not coming in and just doing all of your business work for you. We're focusing on the cornerstone of your business. That's going to be the foundation of your growth. Okay. So you can also see a few more examples of clients that have trusted us and how fast they've seen results as well. So Paul recently, just in his first week, booked 14 calls and sold his first high ticket client. Mukta was able to get 9 high ticket sales in 2 weeks. Mike was 2 sales in 1 day. And Cameron was able to close his first deal within the very first week for £2,500. So again, this wasn't how it's always been. I wasn't like this. I didn't have this business acumen or automation or system 4 years ago. I was working 12 hours a day. I was juggling life between being a dad for the very first time and having that burning desire to want to better my family's future. I was massively undercharging for my services. I was relying on referrals. I was spamming people in my free time with messages, hoping that I can make some extra revenue to cover my bills. And after hiring experts, coaches, joining mentorships, I started to slowly shift my perspective around client acquisition. I started to understand the importance of leverage. I also got burnt multiple times along the way, and I wasted a lot of cash, time, and also the process wasn't that fun, right? I was hiring people to tell me what to do, but I was still the one doing all of the work. But it wasn't until I actually figured it out, had my first successful ad, hired my first closer, and then I realized the power of the knowledge I created, or at least held in my hands. For context, I was spending one Wednesday morning with my wife and our son at a local aquarium when my closer sent me a message on Slack saying he just closed a 3K a month retainer and I'd only spent like $300 on ads. And my whole world just changed. I was like, this is it. This is life. This is what I wanted my business to be. And after all of that failing and all of that falling over and getting myself back up, I realized that this was the key to how I wanted my life to be. So after that point, I really felt that true freedom and opportunity at my fingertips. So fast forward to today, I have my own automated scaling funnel that closes 17 on average to 20 new high-paying clients a month, and only requires 15 minutes of my time to check KPIs and to really relay information back to my sales team. And that's why at Automate Clients, we focus on performance and profits for our clients. Because I want you to have that same experience, that same freedom that I felt 4 years ago. But I also want to bring that fast forward to today. I don't want you have to make the same mistakes I did, have to waste all the time and money on coaching programs that I did, when you can actually come in and hire my team to do all of it for you using the data and experience that we have. You know, now I've been able to take my family on a 5-week vacation to Australia with my wife and 2 kids while working less than 2 hours a week whilst over there. Now, having that option is my definition of freedom. I'm not saying I'm there all the time and I'm never working, but having that option in my back pocket, that is freedom in my own belief. So I'm sure that's something, if you cannot do that already, you can't just go away for 5 weeks without your business falling to the ground. That's something that probably you'd want to achieve. Because if I can do it, I promise you, you can do it too. So let's set some expectations of exactly how this partnership will look. Now, you may be thinking, this all sounds great, James, but where the hell is my 10 clients and how long is it going to take to get them? So let me really set the floor with you. The automated scaling funnel, so the 4 steps that we've been through, those results are directly related to the amount you invest into it. Okay. If you want to make 100K a month, you need to be prepared to spend 20% of that on generating traffic to your funnel. This is not a system where you can spend $1 and get $1,000 back. If there's any like that, by the way, let me know. But this is not that system. Instead, you're investing into a vending machine where you put $1 in and it spits back 3, 4, 5, 6, and sometimes even $10 back out. So what we do for you is guarantee your vending machine is going to work, and we guarantee it's going to produce wildly profitable results without you burning through cash, because everyone starts the automated scaling funnel at $30 a day. I don't care if you're making 100K, $1 million a month. I am not in the idea that anyone should be burning cash when they don't have to. So what we do is we start off slow, and then we reinvest using the profits that you generate with the system. Okay. And subsequently, by doing that, you're going to be scaling your revenue with the profits that you're generating. And the best part is the upfront investment you pay us is based entirely on the cash you collect too, which means you do not pay us any more until you've closed at least 10 new clients for your business. And if you don't even get to that point, we just refund you in full anyway. So there is zero risk for you to partner with us on this offer. And all we ask for you is to meet us in the middle. I want you to be conversion focused, and I want you to be serious about scaling your business. You have to be all in, because if you're not all in, this isn't going to work. Our goal, or even my goal, if I'm going to be selfish, is to partner with you for at least 2 years, 3 years until you want to sell or exit your company. This is not for agency owners or coaches who are looking for a silver bullet. We focus on building 100 golden BBs instead of one silver bullet, because then we can align everything together and make it extremely unreasonable for you to not scale past and beyond 7 figures in annual revenue. To be clear, this is not a free to play partnership. This is a risk-free partnership, and you pay based on the results you achieve. And we as a business only profit when you do. So if you're interested in at least sitting down and having a look behind the curtains, if you will, and seeing exactly how we can build a roadmap for you, book a call today. Just click the link down below this video. It will say book a demo or something similar. And we will literally get on a call with you and we will walk you through how everything looks. But we do only onboard a very small percentage of people that book. For context, we're booking about 400 to 500 calls every single month. And we can only really onboard no more than 20 partners every single month. So we're not a coaching business that will just come in and take your cash and say, get in line and look at all the videos. We are in the trenches with you. We're building all the systems, automations. We're going through those 4 steps I've already been through on this video. Okay, so if you are serious about the potential of us working together and you want us to give you a free breakdown of exactly how that will work for your service, your audience, your expectations, for you individually as a person, because your expectations it might be different to someone else. So we want to make sure we can speak with you and see where you're at, see what your goals are, and see how we can partner together to make it profitable for us both. Now, worst case scenario, you jump on a call, you learn everything, and then you go and do it yourself. Best case scenario, we partner together for the next 2 years and scale to 100K a month, 200K a month, even 8 figures a year. That's what I'm trying to focus on. I want a small selection of amazing businesses that I can partner with using my acumen in sales and marketing and my experience with my very qualified team, come in and just wipe the game out for you and actually absolutely just scale you to the moon. So is that something you want to do and you want a risk-free way of doing it? This is the right place for you. So all you have to do is click the button down below this video, book a time, completely free, no strings attached. We'll sit down, just take a look at what you've got going on. You can ask us any more questions you have, and then we can look at the logistics of working together. And then from there, you can just make an educated decision and see what works for you. Okay, I'll see you on the other side.